Okay, so what we're gonna do is go forward 3 to 5 stitches and stop. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I stop, and then I hold this blue button in. Okay, this is called my backstitch button or reverse button. I hold it in, and while I hold it in, I can start to sew again, and it's gonna go back. Okay, so I go back the 3 to 5 stitches, stop. Okay, I should end up where I first started, where I first put my hole, and then I'm going to let go of the button, and then I'm going to continue on, and I'm going to go back over, and that's called back stitching. That's putting your knot in the end or in the beginning, wherever you started and wherever you finished, in order to make sure that whatever you're sewing doesn't come undone. So now I go to the very end of my line, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I stop when I get to the end of the line, hold the blue button in, go back 3 to 5 stitches, stop, and then go back again. Okay, raise the presser foot, and then if you look, you can see, if you flip it over to the back, you can see where I poke my holes, and you can see on the end where the holes are overlapping, and that's what I'm going to be looking for when I check this off. Okay, now you're going to go back and do lines 2, 3, and 4, and all of the other lines on this worksheet. I'm going to do one more for you, which is the triangle, and we need to talk about pivoting, and then the rest of the time is yours. So for pivoting, first of all, it doesn't matter where you start on the triangle. Just make sure you start in a corner. Poke the needle into the corner, drop the presser foot. Always make sure that the black line is in between the 2 feet on your presser foot. It always needs to be there, or you're doing something wrong. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start 3 to 5 stitches forward, stop, reverse, go back the 3 to 5 stitches, stop, and then I'm going to go all the way down to the corner. Now as you can see, I'm not pushing or pulling on my paper. Whenever you're sewing, you don't need to push or pull, okay, even with the fabric. Okay, the machine should do all the work. They're called feed dogs, which are underneath the presser foot, and they grab the paper, the fabric, and pull it through. And that's what their job is. That's not your job. So let them do it, and you just guide the fabric or the paper, whatever it is that you're sewing on. So I get to the corner, and then I stop. Now, what I'm going to do is I need to make the needle go back down into the paper. Okay, so I can turn my hand wheel towards me until the needle goes down in, or I can push this button right here, this button. If I push it, then I've got an arrow symbol on the screen that's pointing down. That means whenever I stop sewing, that the needle will stay in the paper or in the fabric. Okay, and what we're going to do is, it's called pivoting. Okay, where the needle's in the paper, I raise the presser foot. I can rotate the paper from around in a circle, but I can't move it from side to side. Okay, so I rotate the paper around. Okay, then I drop it. Okay, so I can now do this line on my triangle. Okay, so I go down. When I get to the corner, I'm going to stop. Okay, now the needle stays in the paper. Raise the presser foot, rotate the paper, and continue on. Okay, now I'm coming to the end. What is it that I need to do when I finish? Okay, I hope you thought of backstitch. So I'm going to hold in the backstitch button, go back 3 to 5 stitches, stop, go down to the end again, raise my needle and the presser foot, and then I've done the triangle. Okay, so now you're going to go do all the others. And on the others, you'll probably have to pivot, especially with this one. So don't do it fast, just take your time, and when you if you start going off, okay, stop, put the needle in the paper, raise the presser foot, pivot, so that the black line always stays in between the 2 presser feet, and continue on.